Put it on there.
And another thing I think would be good to pencil in, it might, thing was the house built, how old's the house?
Right,
Yeah.
right, because the AC unit sometimes have dates on the AC unit, sometimes do not.
Yeah.
But the thing's been running 5 years,
Yeah.
then a lot of times, at least 85% of the value of the AC unit has really dropped off
Yeah.
after 5 years, because, you know, the new ones now, they don't last that
No,
long.
they built it to tear up.
5 or 6 years, honey, and
Yeah.
then the
But not
compressor goes
stupid.
out. The compressor goes out, and that's another AC unit.
Yeah.
I got 2 homes right now that 2 builders have built, and they're only paying interest on their loan.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Now these,
So they're brand new,
yeah.
brand new homes,
Yeah.
in great location.
And
Are they
those
wa-
would be easy
are
to
they-
put people
Are they
in.
wanting to do something?
Yeah.
The only thing about that is, and I,
Negotiate with the bank.
but the only problem is though, is it still a construction loan?
Well, one guy owns himself,
Okay.
and the other one,
Okay.
it was a
See,
construction,
the only-
interest only.
The only thing I could see, and we don't do much construction loans here. I've never done one myself because we don't do many of them. But I know you're very familiar with that. The only thing I can see, and correct me if I'm wrong, Donna or Jeff, as far as a construction loan, unless it's a construction to perm where it rolls over into permanent financing.
And someone do.
And yes, some of them do. The only problem is, isn't that like type a balloon type thing where the full amounts due after a certain amount of time on those where you're paying?
Well, it is, but since the market's the way it is, generally
of
the
the time,
banks
just-
are willing to.
Yeah, that's
they
right.
don't
So
want the
that's
house.
what you're
They'll
saying
just
with
start
talking
it
about
over.
bank. Okay.
They don't want that house.
Okay,
Yeah.
and that's not my area of expertise, but that's why I'm glad we've got people like y'all that
There's
understand.
right here's the genius on that.
Yeah.
When anybody can tell you, she can tell you.
So basically, it would be a matter in a situation like that, just going in and saying, look, this is what we're doing. You know, obviously, you know, we're wanting to see what we can do to move this thing, but at the same time, we can't have this thing balloon on us in 6 months. What can we do? So basically, we just need to go and talk to the bank and see what they can make happen, I guess.
Yeah, generally the banks are willing to go ahead and extend it
Well,
to.
you know, and I guess my question is, if you're wanting to, as I begin to read the book there,
Mhm.
Peter
Conti.
Conti,
Close enough.
it sounded like that, he was, the way he structured that thing was to lease purchase that house to a tenant with a motivated seller, and basically the middleman, ERS,
Mhm.
gets a down payment, gets a top off the rent,
Yep,
Right.
and the
exactly.
motivated seller still owns it.
Exactly.
Exactly, yeah, that's
So-
we're structuring it.
Okay, so, I mean, don't matter, it really, as long as he's got a permanent financing, it doesn't really matter what he
Exactly,
does.
exactly. The thing about it is, if somebody's real motivated in the situation, whatever the case may be, the benefit to them is, because what we're gonna have to do, the key to making this work for most people, unless they're just desperate, and they'll literally give the house to you, is learning salesmanship and negotiation. Selling people, and I'm not talking about being deceptive, selling people without them feeling like they're being sold.
Yeah, not snake oil.
Exactly. Being truthful and honest, but being a good salesman at the same time, because nobody wants to feel like they're being sold. I know when I feel like I'm being sold, my guard goes up in 2 seconds. and
Yeah,
I
you don't
give
sell
them time
me,
of
I'll
day.
walk away.
Exactly. And the thing about it is, though, you know, we got to explain to them Mr. Seller, here is the benefits to you of doing this. I know you may not understand this, but let me take some time and explain this to you and show you why this is a good thing for you. Why this does not bear a lot of risk or liability on you. And the thing is, the thing about it is too, what they're going to get the benefit from is they're going to get the benefit, a lot of them, because some of them are going to be homeowners wanting to move out now. Some of them are going to be builders, and they might be already getting the benefits of this. But they're going to, like the homeowners and stuff, are going to get the benefits of now owning an investment property that they get before. They're going to get depreciation. That's a huge tax write-off.
Sure.
They're going to continue getting their mortgage interest write-off. They're going to still retain ownership of the property, more control, but without the headache of being a property manager.
That's right.
You know, so we've just got, the key is we have got, and this is why we have these meetings, this is why we ask y'all on your own time to read and study as much as you can to increase your knowledge and financial IQ, so that you'll know how to go in and explain this to the seller and show them the benefits of it, show them how this can benefit them, you know, and what it's going to, how it's limiting their risk, you know, because the way we structure these contracts, with us still giving them the right to sell the property themselves, man, in essence, we're working for free for them,
Sure.
you know, and expending our time and money, hoping and believing that we can put somebody in there for them. But we're not locking, it's not like if they have somebody that comes to them while we're trying to find somebody that wants to buy it, they're not just obligated to us, they can still move the property themselves. I don't know what other company's gonna give them that, or
Yeah.
other investor's gonna give them that option.
Right.
There's a few of them, but there's not many out there that will.
But is that a 12-month contract then, that they have to let us rent that property for 12 months? At the end of that 12 months, the lease purchaser has to buy it, or?
In essence, a lot of times, yes, sometimes people, you want to get as long-term lease option with the person you're lease option from as possible. That's how I was showing y'all last week. You can take a property that has no equity today
Yeah.
and get it on a long-term lease option and make money on it, whereas most investors would throw it in the trash because they don't understand what to do with
Yeah,
it.
I'm all over that.
So-
I mean, I got that out of the
So the thing about it is I generally just, when I'm subleasing out somebody, I generally go for 1 year because I don't want to sit there and, I mean, not that I'm opposed to doing, if they want to do longer years, I'm going to ask them to put more money down, and I explain to them look, I would always rather sell the property because 9 times out of 10, I would rather sell the property because if there's equity in it, because I'm cashing out my equity at one
Sure.
time instead of waiting overtime.
Yeah.
But, she has a very good way of doing that with setting up so they can, they get the favored by paying off in 1 year.
Mhm.
But the second year, are they cut in half what the credit they get for
Oh,
the next year, and the third year they get no credit. I mean, they're just renting.
You talking
But
about
the
rent
second
credit?
year, the second year it's just rent, and I increased the rent too.
So you give them a rent credit the first year?
I do.
It goes towards the purchase price, assume?
Yes, part of
What
it.
she's talking about, if y'all don't know, is, let's say she's renting a property for $1,400 and she says, Mr. Renter, I'll give you a $300 a month rent credit. That means $300 out of that $1,400 is going towards knocking off the principal of the purchase price if they would ever decide to get financing and buy the house. So they put that upfront down payment that acts as a down payment, then that's like a forced savings account to even add on to their down payment.
Sure.
Now, really, the only time I can see where you could offer that is if you have a lot of equity in the property, because you could get upside. If you have something that has no equity on it and you've got them on a 1 year lease option, well, then obviously you couldn't do that because then you'd be upside down. You'd have to actually come to closing with money to close on the house.
Right.
Does that make sense to everybody?
Because it wouldn't appreciate that much.
Exactly, not in the course of a year.
Yeah.
So, okay, I just want to make sure.
Unless you're making enough on the top, you might
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah, I mean,
If you're making
there's always.
$1,200, you could say, I'll
Yeah.
give you a $300 a month rent credit and still be making
Ex-
$900.
Right.
There's always you can always bend the rules if
Yeah.
if there's enough money
It's
involved.
all in the deal.
It's
Yeah,
all in the
That's
deal.
that's right, it's in the deal. Because you get them to put in $5,000 and make it favorite for them, go ahead and close in the year. But they get in the bind, they can't close the first year. Well, you still got the $5,000 and they're paying increased amount of money
Rent,
that's
yeah.
not more than even taking care of what's loaned against it, plus you get like $200 extra every month, plus you got $5,000. Now, if you don't do that, the second year, the third year, it goes up again.
Right.
And they're paying, so then they've been paying $300 a month, and you still got the $5,000. Now, you can't get rid of that $5,000. It has to stay.
Mhm.
It has to be stabilized, because you hold that $5,000 because like having her, they may take off of the air conditioning unit, but most of the time they
They ain't
won't.
gonna do that.
But sometimes they do, or they might do damage to it. That being the case, and that won't be one that happens very often, but that is something to keep in mind. If you get the down payment money and you go up the second year, you go up the third year, the fourth year, if you go up again,
They're either gonna have to buy it or not be able to live there.
Now,
One of the
The
two.
pressure's on.
Yeah.
that's right. They're going to buy it, or they're going to get. They say, "I'm getting out."